It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw, Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Heineke. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. On 3rd and 1, here's Heineke. Hard throw, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
He was covered by Aaron Robinson.
Heineke to throw for it on 4th down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th.
And a Washington first down.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. Down to about the 22 here. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third and short yardage. Heineke. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Touchdown, Washington. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing, Jones. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there into the hands of Ross. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Giants 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. And it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run left with Pollard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They give it off here to the tight end. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Second down and goal. Heineke. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Heineke with a 3rd and goal. Out left to Dotson. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fourth down, Heineke. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Jones throwing for it. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, Heineke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now Heineke on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the Commander's 28-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Heineke. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, Heineke. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Heineke. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Heineke. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Again, it's Heineke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
It's caught inside the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Off play action. Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Pollard going to try the right side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Heineke. Swinging this out for Pollard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Liking 18. Run alert. Run alert. Let's go, Dave.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Rolling to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton from 21 yards away. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Heineke to throw it. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Heineke again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A second down throw for Heineke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Heineke from the gun on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. To throw again on 2nd down, Heineke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Giants 33, Commanders 11. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Heineke on first down. And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Gano the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Heineke. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Heineke. Thomas has got it, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. first and 10, Heineke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go to Barkley again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was